Most families spend thousands every year driving to bowling alleys, trampoline parks, laser tag, and arcades. Admission fees, overpriced food, and the drive home with tired, cranky kids. What if all of that was already inside your house? What if your home was the fun destination? In 2026, families across America are building barndominium homes with full arcade game rooms, media theaters, and entertainment spaces that rival anything you would pay to visit. They are calling it the Arcade Barndominium. And today, I am going to show you exactly what it costs, what it looks like, and whether it is actually worth it for your family. Before we go any further, if you are new here, hit subscribe right now, because we cover alternative housing, barndominiums, and everything the traditional housing market does not want you to know about. And stay with me to the very end of this video, because I am going to reveal the one mistake most families make when planning an arcade barndominium that turns a dream build into a budget nightmare. What is an arcade barndominium? Let us start with the basics. A barndominium is a metal frame building that combines open-concept living space with flexible additional space, all under one roof. What makes the arcade barndominium different is that instead of dedicating that extra square footage to a workshop or garage, families are building out dedicated entertainment zones. We are talking full arcade game rooms with classic cabinets, pinball machines, air hockey, pool tables, foosball, and golf simulators. Some builds include dedicated movie theaters, sports bars, indoor basketball courts, and even indoor go-kart tracks on larger properties. The open floor plan and massive clear-span design of a barndominium is actually perfect for this. No load-bearing interior walls means you can dedicate an entire wing of the building to entertainment without any structural compromise. Ceiling heights of 16 to 20 feet give you room for lofts, theater screens, and full-size arcade setups that simply do not fit in a standard home. And unlike a traditional house, where the game room is squeezed into a basement or spare bedroom, an arcade barndominium is designed around the entertainment space from the ground up. In 2026, inquiries for barndominium plans with dedicated game rooms and entertainment zones have surged dramatically. Industry data shows families are trading formal dining rooms for dedicated media and gaming flex zones at an accelerating rate. This is not a passing trend. It is a fundamental shift in how families think about what a home should do for them. But here is what nobody tells you up front. The arcade room is only one piece of a bigger puzzle. The build itself still needs to work as a home first, and that requires smart planning. Stick around because we are going to cover every detail. Coming up, I am going to break down the exact costs of this build, and the numbers are going to surprise you in both directions. Some parts cost far less than you expect, and some parts will absolutely shock you. The layout, designing it right. Getting the layout right is everything with an arcade barndominium. The most popular approach in 2026 is the wing-based layout, where the living area occupies one end of the building and the entertainment zone takes the opposite end. This separation is smart for a few reasons. It keeps noise from the game room from bleeding into bedrooms. It allows the adults to have a quiet primary suite while the kids and guests tear it up in the arcade. And it makes the entertainment space feel intentional rather than like an afterthought. For a family of 4 to 5 people, the sweet spot is a 50 by 80 or 60 by 80 barndominium. That gives you 4,000 to 4,800 square feet total, with roughly 2,500 to 2,800 square feet of living space and 1,200 to 2,000 square feet for entertainment. Here is how that entertainment zone typically breaks down. The main arcade room runs 600 to 800 square feet, enough for 10 to 15 full-size arcade cabinets, with room to move around comfortably. Adjacent to that, you have a media room or home theater at 300 to 400 square feet. Many builds include a game lounge with pool table, air hockey, and foosball at another 400 to 500 square feet. If the budget allows, a loft above the entertainment zone gives you bonus space for a golf simulator, VR setup, or extra lounge seating. The living area includes the great room, kitchen, dining, primary suite, and additional bedrooms. In 2026, plans like the Apex and Reardon are trending specifically for this combination because they handle the noise floor of a busy entertainment home while keeping the primary spaces calm and functional. A connecting hallway or internal door with acoustic insulation between the two zones is critical. Do not skip that detail. We are about to get into the real cost numbers, and I want to warn you right now, the arcade equipment alone has a range that will catch most people off guard. But there is a budget strategy that makes it manageable for almost any family. The real costs, building an arcade setup here, is where we get fully honest. I am going to break this down into two separate cost categories: the Barndominium build itself and the arcade equipment. The Barndominium build, for a 50 by 80 Barndominium at 4,000 square feet, here is what you are looking at in 2026. The steel building kit runs $40,000 to $65,000. Foundation and slab run $20,000 to $30,000. Erection and assembly runs $15,000 to $22,000. Custom end walls and framing run $12,000 to $18,000. Spray foam insulation runs $18,000 to $28,000. That gives you a shell cost of roughly $105,000 to $163,000. Then interior finishing takes over. Living area finishing at 2,500 square feet runs $125 to $175 per square foot, totaling $312,500 to $437,500. This covers framing, drywall, flooring, kitchen, bathrooms, electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. Entertainment zone finishing at 1,500 square feet runs $55 to $85 per square foot, totaling $82,500 to $127,500. This zone costs less per square foot than living space because you are using polished concrete floors, commercial lighting, painted drywall, and heavy-duty electrical rather than fine finishes. Add permits, engineering, septic, and driveway at roughly $35,000 to $55,000. Total turnkey build cost, $535,000 to $783,000, or approximately $134 to $196 per square foot. That sounds like a wide range, and it is, because finish level choices are the single biggest variable. An owner-builder managing their own general contracting can bring this down to $95 to $130 per square foot. A full-service contractor build with mid-range finishes runs $125 to $175 per square foot. For comparison, a traditional 4,000 square foot home with a dedicated entertainment room in the same region would typically run $700,000 to $1.1 million. You are getting more usable space for significantly less money. The arcade equipment. This is where families either nail it or blow the budget. Here is the honest breakdown. A full-size arcade cabinet runs $2,000 to $3,500 for standard models. Premium multi-game cabinets run $4,000 to $8,000. Pinball machines run $4,000 to $8,000 depending on title and condition. Air hockey tables run $1,500 to $4,000. Pool table runs $2,000 to $5,000. Golf simulator setup runs $8,000 to $25,000 for a quality home unit. Home theater projector and screen runs $3,000 to $8,000. Acoustic treatment and seating for the theater runs $5,000 to $15,000. Mini basketball hoop machine runs $1,500 to $3,000. Foosball table runs $500 to $2,500. For a fully loaded arcade Barndominium with 10 arcade cabinets, a pinball machine, air hockey, pool table, foosball, home theater, and a golf simulator, you are realistically looking at $55,000 to $100,000 for the equipment alone. The smart strategy that most people miss is phasing the arcade equipment. Build the entertainment space ready for the equipment, meaning correct electrical, polished concrete, commercial lighting, and proper circuit loads, but only buy 3 or 4 machines at launch. Add equipment over 1 to 2 years as budget allows. This keeps your build cost manageable while giving you the complete infrastructure from day one. The build is only part of the story. Coming up, I am going to talk about the real-world family experience of living in an arcade Barndominium, including the things nobody talks about when you have a game room that your kid's entire friend group knows about. The honest pros for families. The biggest win is what happens to your family's social life. When you have an arcade Barndominium, your home becomes the destination. Birthday parties, Friday nights, holiday gatherings, sleepovers, every event that used to cost you admission fees and restaurant bills happens at your house instead. Families who have built these homes consistently report that their kids spend dramatically more time at home rather than wanting to go out. That is a quality of life shift that is hard to put a dollar value on but is real. Cost savings over time are significant. The average family of 4 spends $3,000 to $6,000 a year on family entertainment outings. An arcade Barndominium turns that spending into equity. The equipment appreciates if well maintained, and the home itself has strong resale value in rural markets where alternative housing is accepted and appreciated. The open floor plan means the entertainment space never feels finished. You can always add a machine, rearrange the layout, add a new feature. The flexible design grows with your family, rather than constraining it. Energy efficiency is another honest benefit. With proper spray foam insulation, the entire building, including the entertainment zone, can be kept at comfortable temperatures year-round without excessive energy cost. Many families report lower monthly utility bills than they expected. The honest cons you need to hear here is where I keep it real with you, because this channel is about honest information, not just hype. Noise management is a genuine challenge. Arcade machines, pinball machines, and the general energy of a game room generate real noise. If your bedroom wing shares a wall with the entertainment zone without proper acoustic insulation and separation, you will be lying awake listening to a pinball machine at 10 p.m. Acoustic drywall, insulated interior partition walls, and a proper hallway buffer zone between zones are not optional. They are essential design requirements. Budget an additional $8,000 to $15,000 for proper acoustic separation. Electricity costs are higher than a standard home. Arcade machines, especially older cabinets, draw significant power. A room with 10 to 12 machines plus a golf simulator can add $200 to $400 per month to your electricity bill, depending on usage. Newer LED-based cabinets are far more energy efficient than vintage machines. Factor this into your monthly budget before you commit. Maintenance is ongoing. Arcade machines need regular servicing. Buttons wear out. Joysticks need replacement. Monitors develop issues. Budget $500 to $1,500 per year for upkeep depending on how much the equipment gets used. A golf simulator will also need software updates and occasional calibration. Zoning and permitting can complicate the build. Some counties treat a building with dedicated commercial-style entertainment space differently than a standard residential build. Always check with your local building department and confirm zoning allows for the type of structures you plan to build. Rural areas are typically more flexible than suburban or HOA-governed properties. Resale requires the right buyer. Not every future home buyer wants an arcade barndominium. In rural markets, unique homes sell well. In suburban or traditional markets, the entertainment-heavy layout can narrow your buyer pool. If you plan to sell within 5 to 7 years, research comparable sales in your specific area before committing. Real-world example: 60 by 80 arcade barndominium build. Let me walk you through a real scenario for a family of 5 building a 60 by 80 arcade barndominium at 4,800 square feet total. Layout: 3,000 square feet living, 1,800 square feet entertainment wing including arcade room, theater, game lounge, and loft. Shell costs: kit $58,000, foundation $27,000, erection $20,000, end walls $16,000, insulation $25,000. Shell total $146,000. Living area interior at 3,000 square feet, $390,000. Entertainment zone interior at 1,800 square feet, $117,000. Acoustic separation walls and treatment, $12,000. Site costs, permits, well, septic, driveway, $48,000. Build grand total, $713,000, approximately $148 per square foot. Arcade equipment phase 1 at launch, 8 arcade cabinets, air hockey, pool table, foosball, home theater setup. Equipment cost, $42,000. Phase 2 additions over year 2. Pinball machine, golf simulator, 3 additional arcade cabinets. Additional cost, $38,000. Total project investment, including phase 1 equipment, $755,000. Compare this to purchasing a traditional 3,000 square foot home in a suburban market with no entertainment space at $550,000 to $750,000, and then building a separate entertainment addition at $150,000 to $250,000, plus ongoing entertainment spending. The arcade barndominium comes out competitive or ahead, and it is exactly the home your family actually wants. The arcade barndominium is not for everyone, and I want to be honest about that. If you are in a suburban subdivision, deal with HOA restrictions, or are planning to sell within a few years in a traditional market, this is a challenging build. But for families who want their home to be the center of their world, who want their kids growing up making memories at home rather than at a strip mall, and who are willing to do the planning right, this might be the smartest housing decision you make. In 2026, barndominium builds with entertainment-first layouts are increasing year over year, because families are rethinking what a home is supposed to do. A house is not just a place to sleep, it should be a place where your family actually lives, laughs, and builds the stories you will tell for the rest of your lives. The biggest mistake I mentioned at the start of this video: It is building the arcade room first and the home second, meaning people get excited about the game room, spend their budget on machines early, and then compromise on insulation, acoustic separation, and finish quality to make up the difference. The result is a loud, uncomfortable home with great machines. Build the shell right, finish the home right, then phase the equipment in. That order matters. If this video gave you a clearer picture of what an arcade barndominium actually costs and what is involved, do me a favor and hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who are looking for honest alternative housing information. Drop a comment below and tell me what your dream arcade room would include. I read every single comment. Subscribe if you are not already on board, because we have more barndominium deep dives coming that you do not want to miss. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.